Hello everybody, and welcome to our video on where we compare Shopify versus Wix and try to figure out which one is the absolute best. So since both Wix and Shopify are some of the most popular e-commerce platforms on the market, we want to try to figure out which one has the best themes, which one has the best features, which one has the best support. And this guide will go in depth with every single one of those categories to try and figure out which is best for a brand new online store and for those who might have a small business running already and would like to expand into the e-commerce world. So the first area we're going to take a look into is the basic online store functionality. Now this involves everything from the basic features in terms of selling online, and as well as the interface that your customers are going to have to interact with at all times. A good way to analyze this is by looking at the themes from both Wix and Shopify. So we can take a look, Wix has a lot of themes here, and you can preview them and see exactly how your customers are going to be moving around your store. So obviously Wix, they have modern templates. The product pages look pretty nice. They're a little less powerful than what you would find on Shopify. But if we take a look, you can see price, SKU, size, those product variations, as well as the quantity and product info. So it's pretty simple. It's very clean. And then if we look at, for example, Shopify, they have a wide range of themes as well. But let's just grab a random one to start off, and we can view the demo and look at some of the products. And once again, it's very, very modern. They have everything from product information to add to cart button and the quantity, and of course you can add your product variants as well as social media buttons down here. As for the basic backend functionality, this is the Shopify backend. So this is a dashboard you're going to work with. On the right, you can see that we have all of your sales and other statistics. So you can take a look at those real quickly once you land on the dashboard. And then in the middle here, they have a few steps. So you can add the domain, schedule emails, search Shopify. There's all sorts of tips here that you can go through while you're setting up your page. And then of course on the left hand side we have the tabs, the primary tabs like orders, products, customers, and all that good stuff, including the sales channels at the bottom. And the Wix backend is much different from Shopify. It actually gives you this visual drag and drop builder, which is great for beginners, and that's what you'll begin to learn as we switch back and forth from Wix and Shopify, is that Wix truly is for beginners or anyone who just wants to be able to move around anything or edit this text right here, or change around buttons. You can see all of these get highlighted as you scroll over them, so everything is editable. And then of course on the left hand side you can add menus and pages. They have a tab for page backgrounds you can change around. This is a button for adjusting fonts and other things like buttons, boxes, strips. This is the Wix app market, which we'll cover in a little bit. And then they have uploads and a few other buttons like for the blog. And then this is actually going to be your store manager, which is very important because it's different from the regular drag and drop website builder. So if we click on the Get Started page, this will give you, this is a product gallery page, we can close that, and you can either design and drag certain elements on your online store, or you can manage your store and add products. So as you can see, it's quite different from Shopify. They're both pretty easy to get products up on the websites and start selling, but in general Shopify is the clear leader in terms of basic online store functionality, mainly because it just has incredible store management features and super clean product pages. Now, Wix isn't that far off, but I would just say that Shopify is far more advanced when it comes to adding products. This is just a example product page here, but they have far more options for when you're adding your products. Shipping variants, SEO way at the bottom there, and of course the images, product types, collections. If we were to go to add products in Wix, once again, Wix really is designed for that beginner crowd. But you have your titles, you can add an image and a video, but it's a little bit more basic. You can still add your product options like the size, color, and material. And then there's all sorts of other things for like promoting and the business setup in the mobile app in Wix. But for now, I would definitely say Shopify has a slight lead in terms of the basic store functionality. And next would be inventory management. Now, Wix is pretty clean when it comes to inventory management, but Shopify is also, it has a nicely organized in one area. So for Wix, we can go to Manage Your Store, and then we can do our products catalog. So we have quite a few just mock products. This is obviously a hat shop, and it's a nice little list where I can add a new product, I can reorder if I want, and I can also filter based on the collection, or let's see what we got here, in stock, partially out of stock, all that. And then we'll just go back to our product page where you can manage all that good stuff. In Shopify, it's a little different, but it's not too bad. It's right under this products tab, so you can click on inventory. And as you can see here, it's not much different from Wix. It's just a list with all of the products. But what I do like about it is there are really quick references to like the SKUs, when something is sold out, it'll tell you to stop selling, incoming, quantity, all of those items. And then update quantity is awesome, which you can't necessarily do right from the inventory list in Wix, where you can add, a few of these products and save it. Then all of a sudden you have 3 of these shoes here instead of 0 or -1 or whatever it was before. And one of the main reasons I really like Shopify for inventory management is that you can search variants right here, and you can also search your entire store. And that makes it much easier. So you're not always going to be able to immediately figure out exactly where to go to find one product. But if you wanted to search chair, it gives you recommendations, the store results, or if we typed in, let's see, sneakers, we have awesome sneakers there. So, and then that would bring you directly to the product page without you having to sift through all of these menu items. Now, Wix has something similar in the search bar. It's just not as powerful. It doesn't give you as many recommendations as Shopify does. So in that realm, I would say my favorite is Shopify. A lot of people actually like Wix because it does have what seems to be a more user-friendly interface right here. However, the Shopify search bar is really hard to beat. So I would probably give it to Shopify in terms of inventory management. But next we have coupons and discounts. And discounts and coupons are both included without any extra charge from both Wix and Shopify. So it's kind of tough to distinguish between the two, since you can specify which products are available for discounts on both platforms, and there isn't really much work involved for either. So if we wanted to do a discount in Shopify, they actually have a specified tab here just for discounts, and we can click on that. And I've already created several discounts on this example website, but all you have to do is go up to the Create Discount button. We'll click on that, and then you would create something like Spring Sale, and then create a discount value. You could do a percentage discount, fixed amount, or something like free shipping when someone spends maybe this discount recurs to a minimum price. So if someone spends $50, they might get free shipping. So that's an option for a discount. But for now, let's just do a 20% discount value with this spring sale. And there's quite a few other options here, including applies to specific collections, entire order, customer eligibility, and usage limits. Then, of course, you want to set your active dates so that someone isn't using the coupon 5 years from now. The Wix coupons are going to be managed under the Promote Store area. So you go to Promote Store and then Coupons. You can also do email marketing from the Promote Store module. And then, as always, Wix is extremely clean, a nice user interface. You can click on the Create Coupon button. Everything's nicely colored here. You can choose a fixed price discount, percentage, free shipping, sale price. So actually, when we look at it, Wix has a few more options here. So they have like a sale price. You can actually do that with Shopify. But buy X, get Y free, um, that's actually not included with Shopify, but you can actually figure that out just by doing maybe a percentage discount. But yeah, for now, I mean, Wix actually looks like it might actually stand out where you create the coupon code, the name, the offer, or the discount. Let's do a percentage discount. And then you can apply it to all products and make it valid between a certain time period. And then you can also limit the uses. So like I said, they're both pretty similar. You'll be able to achieve what you want with coupons with both Wix and Shopify. But it is kind of cool. They have that buy one or buy X get Y free. So you might actually turn to Wix if you're really looking to get creative with your coupons. One of the biggest differentiators between Wix and Shopify are the payment gateway options. With Shopify, they're known for having over 70 payment gateways available, and this includes PayPal, Stripe, Authorize.net, and Paymill, as well as plenty others. And Wix has improved over the years, but it still doesn't quite match up with Shopify. I believe Wix has 17 payment gateways as of this video, and that includes PayPal, Stripe, Square, Wirecard, Braintree, Authorize.net, as well as some others. And both are pretty simple to set up. If you wanted to do it through Wix, you would go to the business setup area where you can scroll down to payments. So if we click on that, that gives you options to accept credit cards, debit cards, PayPal. You can set up your Square card reader or connect to any specific payment gateway you would like. One of the advantages to Shopify is that they have their own payment gateway, and it actually has 0% transaction charges, whereas most other payment gateways will charge you a percentage. So most people with Shopify are getting that 0% charge, which makes it much better, honestly, especially with the fact that they have over 70 gateways. Shopify wins, no question, in the payment gateway world. And if you would like to set up your payment gateways, all you have to do is go down to settings down here, and then that will bring up payment providers, where you can configure. This is the Shopify payments, and that's provided by Stripe. Like I said, 0% transaction fees. Then of course PayPal, Amazon Pay, alternative payments, which is going to give you every single payment gateway they have. So yeah, it's pretty cool working through Shopify. You can find some quality deals or just go with the Shopify payments. Now, we previously looked at some of the themes earlier in this video. So for the themes and templates, Shopify is targeted only towards e-commerce businesses. So when you're scrolling through their theme list, it's only going to have online stores. The Shopify themes are very flexible, since you can hide certain sections within the theme editor without having to remove them. And this opens up the possibility to customize certain sections without having to duplicate the theme. And when we scroll through here, you can see Shopify's themes are really nice looking. And we can actually go to collections, like for grid style layouts, fun and lively. They also have them categorized in industries. So let's say we wanted to make a clothing and fashion store. You can filter based on free and paid. So let's see what we got here. Some of these are free, look pretty nice. The paid ones, they're usually close to $200, but a little bit less. But if we click on this, you can try the theme on your store or view the demo. And usually they have multiple styles for every single one of these themes. And many of them that are included with Shopify are very focused on the visuals, so they'll have large headers and sliders. And then of course the collections are nicely organized this is kind of like a grid-based theme. It supports Instagram. Every theme's a little different, so it's definitely worthwhile to play around with them. The Wix e-commerce themes are pretty much just as good looking. They're pretty modern. They're a little more simple, in my opinion, compared to Shopify. But if you were to do, let's look at this one. This is for e-commerce. The good thing about most of the Wix themes is that they're included with your payments, so you won't necessarily have to pay an extra fee for that. But as you can see, once again, it's focused on the visuals. They have a nice little product gallery right here, about us, contact, mailing list. And once again, it's going to depend on the theme that you choose. But both of them look pretty nice. There are definitely more e-commerce themes in Shopify than there are in Wix. So if you like that type of variety, Shopify would be good for you. And not only that, but Wix, it's not only focused on online stores. So if we look here, they have one category for online stores, and that's broken down into different industries. But they also have regular website templates. So that it might confuse you a little bit, but it's basically just saying like they have a lot of themes, but they're not all designed to be online stores. So it's just this little section right here. The next category we're going to cover is apps and add-ons. And similar to themes, the Wix app market doesn't only focus on e-commerce. So we can scroll through here. They have a huge app store. It's pretty great, but you can add anything like comments, a Wix forum, form builder, Wix chat. But they also have this categories page with a category just for online stores. So you have Wix stores. You can add videos, chats, a PayPal button. And some of them are free, some of them are free and premium, so you might have to pay if you upgrade. Some of them have free trials, like this live chat one. And but yeah, they have a nice selection. But yeah, like we said, the problem is their online store category is the category. They don't have any subcategories for you to break down and look at only the Wix chat options or the payment gateway options. Whereas Shopify, if we jump over to their app store, has some of the best apps you'll ever find. It's one of the reasons so many people turn to Shopify. And then you can go through the categories like marketing, sales, social media. So if we clicked on, let's try some marketing apps. They have Privy, which is a very popular email pop-up application. And then let's see what else we got here. Some SEO options, as well as email marketing down here. So it's all there, and you can filter them based on free or premium. And the good thing is that you can usually find free apps to run your online store. Sometimes you might pay a little bit of a monthly fee, like Privy here. This starts at $0 per month, as you can see. But if you go to their pricing page, it'll actually tell you, if you upgrade, you're going to have to pay a certain amount per month. Let's see what it is here. They have their always free plan, and then it jumps up to $24 a month if you want more features. So that's one thing to just remember with all of the apps and the themes, is that you might in the future have to pay for something. The next category that we're going to cover is multilingual capabilities. And Wix actually has a powerful multilingual app which turns your site into any language you want. So it'll add a language menu, and then people can choose, if they want English or Spanish, and then they'll be able to see it in their native language, which is great. It's a huge advantage that Wix has because Shopify actually kind of struggles in this area, but there are a few themes that are designed to support two languages. However, they don't necessarily have any built-in feature that gives you language capabilities. So I would say that Wix is the clear winner in terms of multilingual features. As for search engine optimization, both of them are pretty much on the same level. It's tough to find a winner here. Basically, you can let the systems automatically create metadata for you, or you can type it in yourself. and most of it's managed from the product pages, or if you just have regular web pages like your home page. But this is Wix right here, and if we go down here, this is just a product page. We can go to Edit SEO Settings. If we click on that, you can change the page title, product description, and the URL, and then it gives you a nice little preview here. So we'll save that. And then Shopify also has that. So if we go back to our products, and I'll click on Awesome Sneakers. If we scroll down, the search engine listing preview is right here, and you can edit the website SEO. So like I said, it's almost exactly the same. So they're kind of tied in terms of SEO. If you're trying to start a blog, I personally think that Shopify has a cleaner content management area for your blog, but both Wix and Shopify have integrated solutions for all of your blogging needs. So for Shopify, all you would have to do is click on the online store button, and then that brings up blog posts, and then you can create a blog post. It's very simple. It's kind of like WordPress, maybe even a little bit more simple, or definitely more simple, but you can type in a title, your content. They have all your formatting tools like bold, italics, headers. You can add a featured image, an excerpt, manage the SEO, and all that stuff. And then once you want to publish it, you would just hit the save and make it visible or set a specific publish date. For Wix, if we jump back here, you would actually have to go back to the main drag and drop builder. And the button for the blog is going to be this little pen right here. So it's the blog manager. You can add blog elements, but in general, you're going to create a post. And this is really meant for beginners. And it's one of the reasons I like Shopify better, is because I like to have more control over my formatting. But for Wix, if you're just trying to pump out a few articles every week or once a week or whatever, then this is really nice because you can just add a title, type in your post, and then choose a category and publish. And then the two primary things they have here is to add an image and add a video. And then they have post settings, which is going to get a little bit more advanced for you to customize your blog post. But like I said, I prefer Shopify, but I can see lots of beginners really enjoying the Wix blogging platform. Okay, so for overall customization, it's a little interesting because Shopify, you choose a theme and then you're not exactly going to change that much, but there are options for developers to dive in there. But you can go in there and adjust the navigation, the pages. This is your current theme, and they have a customize button, which is actually really nice because it's not exactly drag and drop, but it's kind of like over here you can drag and drop the layers they have here. They call them sections. But if we have a video and we want it to be moved a little bit further down, you can do that. And then once you'd like to adjust a certain element, you can add image and text. So they have all these content modules, which I think is easier than an overall drag and drop interface. But Wix, I don't know, it's hard to beat, especially if you're just getting into web design. For example, if we go over here, it's all visual. And if I wanted to change this header right here, I could change it without doing anything. This is my header. And you can change this button just by clicking on it. You can change the link. We got layouts, the design. You can animate that link if you want, do a little bounce in effect or a float in. So there's so many different options right at the tip of your finger, or right at your fingertips, with Wix. So personally, I think they're pretty even. You can customize them both quite a bit, but if you like that drag and drop builder, I would go with Wix. And if you like the sections, where the sections are already kind of pre-designed for you, and all you have to do is stack them on top of each other, then Shopify is pretty good. One part that you will want to consider if you're a more advanced developer, or if you're learning how to code, uh, Shopify does allow developers to get into the code if they want. So there's a theme actions tab way at the bottom left hand corner of the customize area, and you can edit the code and bring it up, and it gives you all the files. One thing to think about though is that it is built with a certain type of coding language. So basic HTML and CSS won't help you here. Uh, it's actually called Liquid Programming, or Liquid, which is a programming language. So most people end up hiring a Liquid developer since you need to know that programming language. So that's kind of unfortunate, but that's what they've decided to do. Um, but for most of the time, if you want an advanced customization, then you'll have to hire one of the Shopify experts out there. For Wix, it's a lot more rudimentary, so I definitely wouldn't recommend Wix for an advanced developer, or if you ever plan on hiring someone to make extreme customizations, because you really don't have direct access to those files. The only thing you can really do is go to the add area, and then they have HTML code that you can add and type in whatever you want. And that's great. If you want to create your website piece by piece like that, that's perfectly fine. But in general, it's like I said, it's more for beginners. You're not going to be able to make advanced customizations. Okay, so the last area we want to look at is the pricing. If we take a look at Shopify, the lowest pricing point is going to be Shopify Lite, and that's for $9 a month. That doesn't actually give you a full online store, but it allows you to add products and sell products through any existing blog you have. You can also sell through Facebook. But the primary plans are going to be basic Shopify, Shopify, and advanced Shopify, starting at $29, and then Shopify for $79 is their most popular plan. So that's pretty good. I mean, $29 a month I think would work well for most startups. Wix pricing is a little bit different. It's cheaper, but you'll notice that you can't get an e-commerce store until that $17 a month pricing point. So it's called e-commerce. So if you're creating an online store, you can skip these three and go straight to e-commerce. So it's going to be $17 or $25 a month. Although Wix does seem cheaper, you also have to consider in your transaction fees. So if you go with Shopify, you're using Shopify payments, your transaction fees are going to be zero. As you can see, it's none across the board. But if you go with an external payment gateway, they start to hike up a little bit, and that's going to be the case with Wix. So in terms of overall value, I would definitely say Shopify is a little bit better, especially for those smaller stores. Not only that, but Shopify has more templates to choose from, so you have more flexibility. However, I wouldn't rule Wix out. The $17 price point is cheaper than that basic Shopify plan, and it actually gives you a full store, whereas the $9 Shopify Lite plan doesn't. So it's definitely worth considering, but overall, in terms of value, I would go with Shopify. Other than that, bandwidth charges, there are no bandwidth charges for either solution. Transaction fees are never charged from Wix or Shopify, but like I said, you have to consider those credit card processors, where Shopify definitely wins because you don't have to pay any money if you go with the Shopify payments. And then for free trials, both of them offer a free 14-day trial. So if you're not sure which way to go, you can test them both out and see how it works. Okay, so overall, in terms of ease of use, the themes, all the features packed in, I would definitely say Wix is absolutely built for non-developers who might feel a little intimidated by messy interfaces and hefty coding. Um, Wix provides useful templates, they have add-ons, and a decent drag and drop editor, as we can see here, for making your pages look professional without much design experience. However, part of this ease of use area also caters to developers or people who want some sort of like extreme customization, would like to scale up their store. And since Shopify is, and this is just the home page here, they have a nice little kind of watered down drag and drop builder. Not only that, but it's only built for online shops. So that's all that Shopify focuses on. So you can't beat it in terms of ease of use for uploading products, managing your inventory, and handling customers. It's all rather simple. So although Wix is pretty easy to use, it may be a little bit too rudimentary for some people. But yeah, I would say the Wix e-commerce plan is actually a pleasant surprise. $17 a month for all of this right here. You can create a nice little online store, but it's still difficult to recommend over Shopify since the Shopify brand has been around for so long and they're focused directly on helping online stores. Not to mention, the themes are better if we go back to those. And I think it's easier to make a professional looking online store. It's really modern. You can scale up your store and jump up to another pricing plan if you want. Not to mention, you don't really save that much money with Wix if you do the e-commerce plan. So overall, I would recommend Shopify to the majority of e-commerce website owners. But for those who might be a little bit intimidated and really want the most basic interface possible, Wix will deliver an impressive website for you. All right, so that's all we have in our comparison of Shopify versus Wix. Thanks for watching.